run it. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem damn patty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'ma jack it like let 'em in. Y'all better not let 'em in, they gon' rotate this so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah. Said you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch out step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch out touchdown, pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now. Have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. Take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem damn patty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'ma jack it like let 'em in. Y'all better not let 'em in, they gon' rotate this so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah. Said you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch out step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get.
Hello. Let's see if everyone can hear me. First time we're doing this. All right, we've got a hello, so something's working. Okay, so I thought I'll test this out to see how this is a very, very rough, obviously I haven't planned this, a very, very rough live to test it out and see how it works. Let's see how many people are in. 26 people, okay. So we've got some people interested. We'll see how this goes. The idea is that in the morning sessions, a couple of morning sessions to plan, and I know I get a lot of requests about, first of all, can you hear me loud and clear? Perfect, super. I get a lot of questions about doing some live sessions so you guys can see. So this will be a little bit of a teaser for people to see how this can work out. Let's see who we got in. Simon, hi Simon. We start at the top. S Spider, I've been waiting for this. Morning, mate. Ambassa, love what you're doing, bro. Let's go. Cool. Yes, you're right, OZ. Always good to see how others trade, but not copy other traders. This is definitely not a signal service. It's just sharing ideas. And as we said, what I want to do is, like you've seen in the other videos that we do on the replays, you've seen that we do a lot of breaking down and analyzing trades. So we were discussing about having a little community where people can share common ideas, and video is stuttery. Okay, my internet is a little bit bad in this place, so we'll see if is this for everyone. Is the video laggy? Video is a bit laggy. We'll see how that goes. I might have to do some testing around this, but it's good to see that the actual stream is working, and then we'll jump on to maybe I might have to decrease some settings, and then you guys can see a good quality video. But let's see what we're looking at today. So surprise, pound USD. That's what we're currently looking. It has opened a bit flat, to be fair. Your voice is all right. Okay, so video is not working. I'll have to change something there. Let me see if I can do something now before we jump into the charts. Okay, let's change these settings. Bear with me, guys. Just gonna try and change something to make it a little bit better. We'll see if that works. So we've got 5-second delay. Okay, but you can hear me well, so that's interesting. So let's see how it goes. But we'll see how that goes. But we're currently sitting and watching the pound dollar. I'm not in any trades at the moment. But what we're doing is we have, as you normally do, go on the previous daily high and previous daily low, set them all in. And you can see equilibrium. We're trading currently above. It was quite interesting trading yesterday, and if you have seen the video, we traded both sides. We traded up and down. The reason was because one was the London session and the other one was the New York session. So we had long on the pound dollar, and then in the afternoon we had a perfect setup. And I believe I've put that video out. We had this equilibrium, more liquidity draw above this area here. So if we change that to buy side liquidity, that got hit and created the previous daily high from today. So that's what we're looking at, and you can see the purple line. One of the most important things that happened yesterday, we got a rejection around the 125. We were predicting this. We have been discussing that. I see some Greek flags. Manousos Manousakis. He's definitely from Crete. Maybe you can turn the face video off and only share your screen. That will open some buffering. Maybe we can try that. Let's try that. Let's turn that off. Maybe now it's synced. We'll see. I'll try that. What times ICT sessions? I use the pre-market going into. If I show you on the charts, if you can see that and it's not delayed, we start on 7 o'clock pre-market and finish at around 10 o'clock. So this is normally where I find my setups. But as we can see, what's happened now, we're in between the two lines. So we've got the 125 that got retested, and we found that support around equilibrium. So as you can see here, we got to the highs, pushed down, failed to break the highs here. And what has it created? It's created a double top by side liquidity. And it's created a double top above here. Okay, so that normally is an area where the market is interested to go and take out. So let's see, is it better now? Sounds better. So I'm hoping that the charts and my voice is in sync. But you know what, this is the first time, whatever. If it doesn't work perfectly, we'll get it good for the next time. So what I'm looking for, as you know from my trading, I'm looking for an extension of a move that's going to give me a safe trade, because we don't want to get into trades. Can you trade this? You can trade this. Can you find setups in this? If we go down to like 2 minutes or 1 minute, you can potentially see some potential trades here. If you're coming from the ICT world, you had back into equilibrium, created an equal low here, failed to break the lows here. So pushing up, created this high here. So we break of structure. If we go into the 1 minute, I will see that more clearly. Break of structure, fill the fair value gap, retested on the equilibrium and pushed up. That would have been how many pips? That would have been 18.6 pips. So roughly around 20 pips. So quite an interesting trade. I would definitely not be taking that. Has anyone taken that trade? It'd be interesting to see if anyone was long on the pound dollar this morning. What else can you see here? I don't know how delayed the chat is, or if you can hear me. If you can hear this, I've set the buy side liquidity here. Buy side liquidity here, but what we can see is, where would I place my second buy side liquidity? Let's do 3 options, and then you guys can tell me what you think. Right, so option 1 will be this here. So we've got option 1 there. We're currently on the 1 minute. So 1 would be there. And then we have another one here. Here. And this is quite tricky, right? So everyone is looking at this and saying, I can see your buy side liquidity on the higher time frame. If we go on to the 15 minute. That kind of looks obvious, because that's the highest point in between the previous daily high and this one here. But all these options on the lower time frames, where do I start? Where do I set my buy side liquidity? What am I looking for? We're setting into the close of the London kill zone. So you might be starting thinking, oh, I need to be getting into a move. I'm not going to make my money for today. And you get rush decisions. So out of these options, they're all option 1, option 2, and option 3. So out of these options, where would you set your target for liquidity draw? So if you put option 1, option 2, or option 3 in the chat, and we'll see what you guys think. Who else is in? Who we got? I can recognize a lot of names. It's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to when we hit that 5,000 guys. We're going to make a Discord, and I'm looking forward to building this community. Let's see how many we got in. 48 people. That's pretty cool. Let's go here. One from Martin, one from OZ. Option 3, Ambassa. Everyone's going for option 1. Option 2 here. We've got a bit of spread. So you can see it's quite hard to identify what liquidity draw the market's going to go to. Well, there is a little bit of a tip that I'm going to give you that I use. So we've got TP1, option 3, TP2, option 2. So you're talking about take profit, wealthy mind motivator. So this is more about seeing where liquidity can draw. Even though we've had some movement as we speak, and this is pretty cool with the live, we can see the price action live. We can talk about it. So let's see how many ones we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 ones. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 2s and less 3s. Okay, interesting. So my first liquidity draw when I see this would be option 3, and I'll tell you why. Now let's look at the market. It came down, hit equilibrium, and then we talked about this area here that it did the trade. So if you were entering on this, you got that fair value gap, this one here that got retested pretty much to equilibrium. And if we put that in, fair value gap, came down, retested, push up all the way to the top. And what did it take out on this side? Buy side liquidity. Why is this the most important on the time frame that we're looking at the moment? Because we have multiple areas of interest. Look at this, equal high, equal high, equal high. Boom, taken out. What does the market do when it takes out liquidity? It retracts, so it's pushed down. Where has it stopped? You can see these equal prices here. Now, I don't use order blocks a lot, and I know there's a lot of ICT. I hope you record this, Yanis, so we can have a rerun. I think it's recorded already, live streams. But we'll see. It's the first one, guys. I promise it's going to get a lot better from here. Now, look at this liquidity draw. You see these reactions here. So we've taken out buy side liquidity, came back down, came back, retested this area, and came back down. I believe, where is he? I saw him come in, Rafal. He was asking me in the comments, I haven't got back to him yet, about these boxes. It seems like when I draw these boxes, the price goes and stops on the top of that. That is purely coincidence. What I do when I draw these in, I just put it up, and then normally my subconscious mind will just tune in to what the high is on the left side here, and as you can see, it normally just takes it out and then sells off. So you're right, Simon, multiple tests. That's one thing that I look at for sure. Because if you think of what liquidity is, where's everyone going to put their stops? We're always talking about buy stops and we're looking about sell stops. So it makes sense that if someone is selling this market, and let's take these options out, we'll come back to them. Because you're not entirely wrong. It's just the current price. This is where we are now. I often struggle to drop down to lower time frames. I mainly focus on the 15-minute, but then sometimes I need to hold on trades for a bit too long. I would say 15-minute time frame is my main time frame. The reason I've come onto the 1 minute is because the market is doing nothing. So if we go into the 15-minute, it's just come back down to equilibrium and now it's just taken out that buy side liquidity, coming to fill what? You can hopefully see this clearly now, this fair value here. Normally you'll see it just taps it and it will go up. So it'll be interesting to see this live. So we're going to see that price tap into this area and potentially push higher. Now, why am I not trading any of this? The reason is because we've had, let's go into the indicator settings. If you're not market session, so this is the indicator that we're using for any new people here. FX market sessions, and that's quite cool because you can go in and you can set everything. I've only got the London session in, but you can put New York, adapted to what you want. What we want to see is the pips. So let's jump onto the pips. Here we go. We've tapped into that fair value. And I'm going to say it again, guys, don't take any trades out of this advice. I'm not a financial advisor. We're just doing this for a bit of fun, these live sessions. So any trades that you take is your own risk. I don't want any messages saying, I took this fair value gap trade and now I'm losing money. Don't do that to me. It will be all your risk. It won't be mine. So we're coming out 28.7 pips on the London kill zone. What we can do also now is look at the previous London kill zone, 57. And without even looking at the pips, you could tell that the market hasn't moved a lot. Where do I expect this to go? Let's draw. I'm expecting a bit of reaction to take these highs here. Something like that. If it doesn't break the equilibrium. So can we trade this? Let's see. 26 pips. What would I be worried about this trade here? So if we're looking at this trade now, are we in discounted price? This is the list that you can go down. Am I at discount price? No. So I'm already giving away, how many pips is this? From where the price is now, 10 pips. So I would have to, just to come back to discount area, which is below equilibrium, I would have to give away 10 pips. So we're seeing the reaction. And some of you might say, well, you just called it. Why do you not trade it? And you would make money. Well, it's all about how I can manage the trade. This might happen now and it will deliver to the highs here. So you got a bit of profit from that low there. 20 pips, 2 positions, 400 quid. That would be my day done. However, the risk doesn't make sense to me because we're in premium. We're holding above equilibrium. At the moment, I can do nothing because I haven't got something in my favor because this can easily come down and take out liquidity below here. Now, for the people that put on the 1 minute option 1 and 2, why do I think this is, I'm not looking at this right now? They're not wrong. It just means that the price is not at that level yet. So we see we've got that liquidity there. This is the arena that we're looking at, that we're currently playing. So this might happen in a little bit. So if the price breaks aggressive to the upside, and we see how this is having a reaction here, if this breaks on the high and it comes roughly around this buy side liquidity and further up, then we start thinking of this. On the 1 minute, it's quite tricky. I don't like trading so low. What we can see here at the beginning of the London kill zone, if you put this fair value on there, that area, that would be a completion of the whole move. And this, remember, this fair value is on the 1 minute. ICT does a lot of 1 minute trading and 5 minutes and 4 minutes. If you don't understand it, I would say make sure that you're trading the time frames that you are used to. I'm definitely a 15-minute time frame. So on this 15-minute, what we discussed now, let's see how it looks. So I took that fair value gap on there. So I would potentially be able to get into this trade with a delivery to the high here. The reason it's a no trade for me, why is it a no trade? Can you guess? Let's see who's going to guess. Who's watched enough videos to know why I'm not taking that trade? $61 watching. So let's see. Any clues? Hi Raven. Hi Mr. Bazooka. Discount or not? Not in discount. We are in premium. Yes. All correct. Not below equilibrium. Yes. We are in premium. Yes. Simon, why long on this? Sell side was taken to generate more buy stops at option 3. Yes. Now option 3 was taken. Isn't that primed for a move down? Kino waiting for a deeper retracement. All right, so Simon is saying, well, we've taken out liquidity at option 3. We have to go back on the 1 minute. So good question by Simon. He's saying, we've taken out this area here. Why don't you trade this down? Down into, that would give you 10 pips. Remember, we're on the 1 minute, so these moves are not very big. Back to equilibrium, you're talking about 18. However, like we discussed, the move that has been taken out, we know there's going to be a retracement after buy side liquidity, because it moves, takes out liquidity, and comes back and fills up fair value gaps. So this has been, if you look at the London kill zone, where is your Judas move? The power of 3? I feel like I'm in a lecture room testing you guys. It's not supposed to be a lecture room. It's supposed to be just sharing my thoughts on the pound dollar. But I think it's a good opportunity because there's some good questions in here. What else have we got? Premium price. We're in premium price because you're bearish. Premium. Where would you be setting stop loss if you entered at fair value gap? Good question again. So if you have watched my videos, stop loss, I'm coming back to you, Simon, just to answer that question. Stop loss is quite a an interesting conversation, because for me, I'm running on my win rate has been pretty much, I'm running above 80 to 90%. Well, close to 90% win rate on the dailies. So my stop loss is only in to protect me from losing money. So that means that I am using a monetary value, and I base it on my weekly trades. So if my weekly trade is, I've made profits of 2 to 2,500, then that is my overall risk. If you want risk, that's how much I'm willing to put in any idea. So to answer your question, I don't necessarily build the stop around my first position. Now we're going to go into a little bit of repositioning, and this is where it's going to confuse a lot of people. I don't expect you to understand anything that I'm going to say about repositioning. I'm only going to give you some sort of framework processes of thinking of how you can look at this in terms of risk. Okay, so let's take that out. Well, should we leave it in? Let's do an arrow. This is what we were thinking. Forecast, where's the arrows? So we were anticipating that pretty much, at least to the highs of this. Let's take that. Let's go with what we did on the 15 there. So to answer your question about stops, the stop is there to protect the account from blowing up. More Greek people. This is cool. Christophoros Kokaris. Do I have an open trade? No, not at the moment. No trades. So it's so hard seeing messages coming in and not being able to close the previous question. I'm going to get used to that. So let's finish the stop question. So we talked about I am willing to give away 2.5 grand on my 215,000 of 500,000. 50,000 will be in 20%. When we reach that 20%, then we're going to hit 250,000. So it's a big account. And what I'm doing, when I'm making 8 to 10K a month, I'm not taking away all the profits, because I want to have a buffer in that account where if something happens, I'm planning to have green days forever. But in the one case scenario that doesn't happen, I want to be able to weather the storm for a couple of thousand if I'm wrong. So then I think I leave around 15,000, including the drawdown of the funded account. Because that is my account. I can't lose that account. That's what feeds me. Do I speak Greek? Yes, it's my first language. Even though I was born in England, I lived in Greece until I was 18 in Mandra, near Lefsina. If anyone is Greek, they will know where that is. The rest of you will be like, I've never been to Greece. I've only been there on holidays, sunbathing. Definitely not been to Mandra. It's a tiny, tiny village. Let's see. 47 likes. I think someone mentioned about likes. Let's get that up to, how many we got in? 69. What a number. Let's get that one up, so we can share this video with more people and they can join us. What were we talking about? So fair value. You can see this price, how it's reacting. And Simon had the question. So are we clear on the stop? I can't remember who it was. So do you execute your trades on MT5? Yeah, MT5. So if I see something that I'm going to trade, I'm going to switch this to MT5, and then we're going to get involved. I am not going to be interested before any of this move. So the price would have to go either break the lows again below equilibrium. These 1 minute moves of buy side liquidity for how many pips is this? We said about 10 pips. Yeah, that's not going to do. That's not going to do my trade. I want to see a potential move that can move 50 to 70 pips, and I'm looking to get 20 to 30 pips. And that way it makes it easy for me to get my profits without a lot of risk. So that's the stop. Now, if you think of how much is 2K on a stop? All right, so let's think about that. It's so out of the way. I never think of stops, and this might be boggling some minds out there, because they're like, how can you not put... I am putting stops, but I put like 1,500 stop on each position. Or if I've got more, I just decrease it. But I don't worry about the stop, because I know this trade is... When I'm in the trade, I know it's going to work out. And to you, that might sound weird, but I get in positions, like we said, the reason a lot of people answered this correctly, they said, you're not in this trade because it's not in a discounted area. And Simon said, why are you not selling this? Well, if I'm selling this, I want to see a bigger retraction, because we have two areas of attraction. One is the 125, the round number, which is an area that we know the price is going to go and retest. Let's have a look on the 1 hour. How many times did we see go to the 125, but look at the hour, it's rejected. Every close is below the 125. Why did it go that high? It took out this buy side liquidity. And that was my trade. I traded that downwards yesterday, if you saw the video. Let's see on the comments. Don't know if this is only on my end, but your camera feed seems to be lagging. Just a tip for the future. Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm definitely going to look into it. I literally just opened OBS. I did a quick tutorial on YouTube on how to set a live stream, and here we are. We're just going with it. But I'm always like that. When I want to try something new, yes, I can test it and make it all perfect, but it's better to just do it, and then you just improve it as we go along. Let's see what we've got. No, we have to go back up because we're missing some questions. Open on do you execute trades on 5. Make a Discord. The plan is to make a Discord after we reach 5,000 people. And what I think I'm going to do, I want the Discord to be a place where people can share their ideas of this style of trading. But I am contemplating of making like a VIP section where there's more of, you can ask me questions live on a Zoom call. Obviously there will be a price for that, but most of everything else on Discord will be, I'm going to aim to make it free and obviously start doing these live sessions and potentially some free private lessons that we look at trading and so on. But that's the idea. But it needs to be worthwhile. You know, if there are people interested and they trade similar to my style of trading, then it makes sense for us to do something like that. Who else we got? Nice to see you live. Master Changing Schools. Hi there. On Bootcamp or Fibers, do you know if you have an account violation of 2% stop loss? If I pass to this next stage, will it reset back to 5 available, or will it be only 5 for all the 3 stages? Right, it's been a while since I passed my bootcamp, but I know this. The violations are overall. So when you pass your first challenge, because you've got 3 challenges, you start with a 25, 75, ends up with 100K. You need to, within that limit, to not have violations more than 5. So on the 5th, they will close your account. So after that, though, when you're funded, freedom arrives. You can not put stops. You can do whatever you want, especially now. They used to have a lot size restriction, around 10 lots exposure. But now they've taken that out as well, because that's helping as well. It's helping me in terms of in the future where I want to trade a bit higher. Let's see. Oh, we had, whilst we're talking, let's go back down 5 minutes. Do you see how the fair value is holding and not breaking? But it's this is why I'm not in. What time are we at? It's 5 o'clock. So we're going to have to wait for New York session to find something. But this is just not, it's not moving a lot. We've had, do you see, let's see that. It's close, it's just above the 50% of that fair value gap. So we'll see if that holds or it breaks below. Now the question is, why do you put 50% on that? Because normally you would see a retracement 250 and then the reaction like we saw here. But the impulsive reaction hasn't happened yet. We have news at 8:30 my time, which is not sure what time that is in all over the place where you guys are from. But if you turn on Baby Pips, let's have a look now. Baby Pips. You can go on calendar, days, filters. If you're signed into this, you can keep these options. I only trade the pound dollar, so I only put that on. So 8:30, let's change that to London time, which is London time. So 1:30 is the open that we're going to have GDP growth rate, which will be interesting to see. 1:30 UK. Thanks, Simon. And then let's go here. So this is where I look at all the news. You can also go on Market Milk. I don't know if you've used Baby Pips, but it's got a really nice currency strength meter. I do sometimes come in and see, like today I wanted to see what's happening, and you can see this flatness. You can see the pound and dollar on the day is kind of like equal. If we go on to the 15 minute. By the way, let me just see. Is the stream showing the graph or is it showing me? Maybe because I'm not live. That was a bit dumb. Yeah, it's showing me. Okay, we're good. So you can change this and you can see the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So on the 4 hour, we can see the change that's happening. Also, you want to see where the source is coming for. So if you're Forex trading from FXCM, you know that that's coming from there. If you're trading with forex.com, they will change slightly, but not massively in terms of the strength meter. Let's see. So you can go here real time and change that to whatever you want one time. 73 people live. That's pretty cool. And 61 likes. I appreciate that, guys. Really, really, really cool. So there we go. That's the baby pips. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, this I'm not going to see. If this was yesterday, we would have had this exciting trade. But at the moment, like you identified, everyone has identified. Well, the only thing that there's a question why we're not short and why long, right? And you always go to the higher time frames. All right. So we can see we've got sort of the previous daily high and previous daily low, and what's happening there. Now, if we zoom out a bit, this is what we talked about from the previous videos. These sell-side liquidities are such a magnet, such a magnet. So algorithmically, this is inevitable. If we take another hour, this at some point is going to happen at that 50%. Now, when you're thinking about, we're on a day trade, so this takes days and days and days to deliver, unless you have this sort of move, which is kind of how it was, a reaction around the 125. Yanni, you have camera and microphone. Perfect, thank you. I think that's a question mark. So I'm anticipating, so the question that you're trying to answer when you're looking for bias is this going to happen now? Is this candle, this green candle, we had green, red, green, and we're trading above equilibrium. Is this rejected the 125 and pushing downwards? Where to pick the previous daily low and to come and retest these areas, because we have a lot of liquidity that's been, this will be sell side liquidity. Why is it sell side? Because people have been long on this. Now we're looking at bigger picture. They've been long on this move. If you've traded this, where would your natural stop loss be? Okay, you might have trailed this here, 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 but a lot of you, I guarantee you, a lot of traders are putting their stops here. Why? Because they don't want to lose the profits from this move. Okay, why give away this? So people will be trading, and normally they will trail their stops below the swing lows, and you can see the 3 different swing lows. So that's an area where if you're coding the algorithm and you're not breaking the 125, where do you want the market to go? Build more positions. So we would see that breakdown and come and take this area. And it's on a monthly. Why is that monthly there? That monthly is from the bigger picture that we've had the drop on the pound dollar. So we had a pound dollar drop, and this is the retracement, and now we're trading above the 50% move. Now I'm looking for longs for a few reasons. One is we've had a few retests on 125. So that's telling me that there's interest to push the market higher. However, we've got a lot of selling happening around 125, a lot of resistance. But we still haven't come into this fair value gap here, which is sitting on the 61.8 retracement on Fibonacci level. So that is something that I'm looking as a bigger picture. I have it in my mind when I'm going in, that this move on the long side, this is technical, not fundamental analysis, by the way. So we're looking for that long side to be pushing up to retest that 61.8. So the move is not kind of finished on the monthly, but obviously that's on the monthly, so that takes a long time. Same on the week. We can see those double top that we had on the week. If we take away this, We had that double top, took out liquidity, pushed down, and now we're moving up. So let's go here. So we're seeing that. There we go. So we're in this zone now, and I strongly believe that there's going to be a break around 125 to push around this area 127. If you link that with the 61.8, we are looking around that between the 127 and 128 to be retested. Now, when is that going to happen? Who knows? It's just when you start trading, you want to analyze the chart from a higher time frame so you can sink in with what you think is happening. So that's what we think is happening. Let's see on the comments. I see a few coming in. View on dollar index. Yes, I'm going to look at that now. Live is getting stuck for a few seconds. Can't follow a lag, but not a big deal. Okay, that's good to hear. I will definitely try and fix that. You mentioned earlier about checklist with item 1 being, am I at discount price? But I think you got sidetracked. Yeah, I'm very easily sidetracked, as you can see. I'm probably jumping a few messages, and that's something that I'm going to get better. You remember the first video we did on YouTube? If you go back and see my first video, it's so bad. But we're getting a bit more natural and a bit more comfortable with sharing the ideas live. It's going to get better, guys. But I think you got side. Not suggesting now, but could you cover this some point? Yes. Do you ever place pending orders? A reason for the question. New York is like midnight for me, so I'm thinking to set my orders in nearby stop loss, buy side liquidity with a few management orders. Yeah. So let's go. Let's go with Simon's first. Right, so Simon, in terms of, I think this is going to help everyone. 101 people watching. Wow. Wow. Okay. We're getting up there. We're out now. Since we're talking, things are happening. So we have this move here. So it came to 50, had the reaction, and now it's pushing back down to equilibrium. Let's see. Let's see. How we got MT5 open? It looks messy, but I don't actually look at the MT5 so much. I just put orders in. And the thing with live, guys, with live trading and being on here, I might, if something's happening, I'm going to stop the answering questions, and obviously I'm going to prioritize the trading because I do want to make money today. And if we take our focus too far off the charts, then we might miss an opportunity. So let's see. What am I thinking now? Can you guess? Okay, so we were back at Simon. You have a think and put in the comments what I'm thinking now, because I'm not going to put any shapes yet, because I know what I'm looking for, but it will be good for you guys to think about it. So let's see, Simon. If we're in premium. And like I said, that range there dropping down, at this current moment, the market has shown me nothing that is going to be breaking equilibrium before it goes on the upper side. It hasn't delivered any sort of indication. Yes, we took buy side liquidity here. We'll see if this push is the actual. Let's see where we are in time. Okay, we've just closed. So in terms of Judas move, that was the other thing I was telling you, Simon, is the Judas move have been to deliver at equilibrium, but fail to break this. See, anyone trying to? Agelos Economopoulos. A lot of Greek guys, huh? Hard names. Chase liquidity. Sell on fair value if it closes below. Go long after take out the below equilibrium lows. Looking to buy soon. Go long after the lows are taken out. Okay. This is why the 15 minute. If you see this on the 1 minute, you're like, I need to sell. I need to sell. Everything is selling. But if you calm it down, 15 minute, to be fair, it looks quite aggressive here as well. But what I'm thinking, okay, we've had it enough time. What I'm thinking is, let's see, anyone else? Go long after lows are taken out at around 124.550, 450. So here. Okay, good. Yeah. Price going for liquidity 125. A lot of people are watching my videos, eh? I think they are starting to think what I'm thinking, which is a good sign. Well, if you want to trade like me. Let's see, live. Okay, we're getting a bit of reaction here. What are we on time? Always look at time. When you're looking at the charts, always look at time. So we're at 5:30. Obviously, we're in just crossed the London kill zone. Remember, we have normally what ICT will suggest is that time around 11 to 12. We have a continuation of the push distribution. Like we said, let's go back to Simon. Let's answer that question quickly. So we have the Judas move normally will show one way and then it will deliver the distribution the other side. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen every time, but as you can see from my previous videos, a lot of the times that happens. So you need to find what is the next target if that's happening. So the first move, Judas move, was down to take liquidity below equilibrium. And then it delivered distribution to get buy-side liquidity above here. Now, I was anticipating that there's going to be this sort of move to take the highs, the equal highs around here. However, we filled the fair value gap, and it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't fill the fair value gap 100%. It will go down. Now, everyone's thinking, oh, it filled the fair value gap. I've taken out, maybe you're doing extreme tight stops, and you're like, if it goes to 3 pips, I'm out because I'm failed. So now you've taken a loss for 4 or 5 pips. That's why I don't like really tight stops. I want to see that push down into that area. It's not almost like not confirming. You want to see a confirmation that on the bigger picture. So you're not only looking at the fair value gap. So we looked at the Judas, that's one. So we had a Judas move. Now, because that was down, my initial thought is like, okay, distribution is going to be long. Is it going to be enough for me to take a position? If I was looking at this earlier, that would have been a full position. So not, I would have to get in the lows here and get out of that to give me the $400. So it's not a good trade for me. So then I'm like, okay, so I want to be going long because of my Judas move. And we're sitting in equilibrium. And it's a day where it's roughly, if we take this box, look at this. Where roughly this area is all, it's in premium, but not extreme premium. It's not giving me this move where it broke the highs. It was above 125. Clear direction that this is going to have a reaction. So at this moment of time, I don't see any nice setups. Don't know about you guys. 2 nice relative equal lows. So yeah, so that's my first thought. So if I want to go long now, I don't know if that answered your question about range short. You can trade this down. You could trade this from this buy side liquidity to take out the liquidity of this. That would have been 20. But all these moves are very small. I want to catch this. So if I go, I want to catch that sort of move. So I only need to take 20 out of this 60 move. So I get out really quickly. But I want to identify what the delivery is happening. So that's about the bias. So then if I'm biased long, I'm then thinking, where can I get in? Because if this is going to hover all the time here, I'm not going to be finding any opportunities. So my area of interest at the moment is this area here. taken out, and this area here. So now if this is taken out, I'll be looking on this side to see at fair value gaps. Is there any areas of attraction where I can get in? What do we have in terms of news? Anything else? Euro hovers near 1 year high as the US outlook continues. Do you see this? This is why we need to be patient, because it's kind of like it's not breaking the lows. It's come and filled that fair value gap. It broke the highs. So for me, we're still in premium. So this is still not giving me any indications for a clear trade either way. Let's see the index. What's happening on the index? You know what? I haven't seen it since yesterday. Let's remove everything. And you can do it with me if you want to get a bit of practice. Gap there, came back. This is the London section, 16 pips. You see, there's not a lot of movement. Not much happening. You see these moves? This is what I like to be trading. So let's see. We'll go on to the daily. What we got? What we got? Okay, so that's the one obvious area that got tapped into, filled this fair value gap, had a reaction, pushed back down. So that's going to be your sell side liquidity on the daily. And then we need to fine tune it to this side. So we're going to zoom into this area here. Let's see what's been filled. Zoom out. All right, so pretty much this has been fulfilled, because the only area of the fair value gap that hasn't been filled is that. So if the dollar index is coming down, next target will be obviously the buy side below these equal lows here. But the next one would be down here, and these fair value gaps. Let's see. Let's drag a fib. So that's the main, that had a retracement, push down. That didn't retrace, so we're going to go with this high to that low. That's on the daily. So these are daily candles. We've had push down into 38, found the 38 and then sold off. So there is, here's what I'm thinking. Easy liquidity draw here, and then delivery 50% to 61%, which means strong dollar. What does it mean for the pound dollar? It means weak. That's what is like obviously happening at the moment. The other option is you've got a double bottom here, and look at that price. Look at that. Let's go on horizontal line. Let's change that. Coordinations 100. You see where we said that the next target is below these lows here? That is sitting at that 100 level. So that will be interesting. If we break low here, that would be quite an obvious area to tap into. Out of interest, if you're in the comments, let's see, can you write in what style trader you are? Are you here from ICT? So if you are for ICT, just write ICT. If you are whatever you do, is it scruffy trader? Is it you've never seen charts and you're getting interested because of mine? What is the group like? We've got 100 people in here, so we should get a good estimation on where people are coming from. That way, then I can give you more some people might be hearing these ICT stuff and being like, oh, I don't understand a thing. Then you need to go and do the mentorship, the free mentorship. ICT, 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 Scruffy combo, a lot of ICT. Okay, so I'm glad, because then a lot of you are understanding what we're talking about, which is cool. Let's see what's going on. You see what I mean? It's just doing nothing at the moment. Nothing that would interest me. ICT, you recommend another learning ICT. Would I recommend any other ICT traders? I don't know enough about them. To be honest, I've only done the 2022 mentorship, so I just follow, like, that's what you're hearing from me. I haven't really watched enough of other traders to recommend people. Definitely recommend Scruffy Trader. If you want to learn management, he knows his stuff. So for your first live sessions. All right, let's see. Let's see what's happening here. We're getting a bit of a move. What time is it? 5:40. So we are 10:30. Okay, so what I'm thinking now is this. Let's look, yeah. What are we looking at? Let's take away that. All right, let's see. So what I'm thinking at the moment, that's my thinking head, my quiet head, is, where is this? If I'm wrong, because at the moment, as we've discussed, we are looking for that price going up. Our arrows disappeared. We were talking about, we put a ghost in and we said from this fair value gap to that area there. But we need to see this area not breaking down. If it breaks down, then we go to the left side, and left side, I'm going to combine this. It's not very clean, because look at that. We got that wick, and no fair value gap on your left side. So this area, I'm tempted to just focus on that. If the price is going to come down, that is the clear swing low to retest. Have we got any round numbers? Not that I can see of. Next thing. This is too low, so I'm not really worried about it, but let's put it in. Why am I not worried about it? We have to think of time. So we've had the London kill zone and we're still at premium. We haven't broken lower. So if you take the checklist, you're only looking for short opportunities here. However, my analysis is that I'm expecting a retest to the upper side. So I've got conflicting ideas. So what do? I just wait. I just want to see things confirmed. So that is sell side liquidity. No. What have we got in the questions? Isn't there a fair value gap below you can trade off? A fair value gap below. Here we go. Now we're hitting equilibrium. Let's see what happens here. let's do this quickly. We're going to put in daily high. Daily high and daily low. And the 50. And then I'm going to do horizontal line for equilibrium. Take that out. Just everything is just at equilibrium. You see, it's like there's not much we can do with this. So we had a rejection here, pushed up, didn't break the highs of this on the daily. Oh, this is the dollar index, by the way. So we like seeing the dollar index. Take that out. This has kind of like been going down up to this area here. You see, I can see this liquidity draw happening as a potential idea. Liquidity draw here, which means the pound dollar, the US dropping to take liquidity potentially to the 100, which means pound dollar will be going up. Let's see. At the moment, I'll switch. Okay, we're below equilibrium. We tapped into this. Do I like this? Do I like this? Let's see. So what we anticipated is happening. Is it worth of me entering here? 50 pips. That's quite a lot. That is quite a lot. Fair value gap there. Okay, so I think if this price comes back down, I want to see this come back down. Let's see what's happening here. So we need to see confirmation. How much is that? 13 pips. I need to come lower. 15. Oh, sorry, mic was off. If this comes down here, I'm really considering entering this. I do still like this position here, though. I do still like it. I do like this. I do like this. Let's see. Let's see. We'll be doing 1 hour and 10 minutes. And the action happens now. So let's see what's happening here. I'm not a very good multitasker, guys, so I think I need my brain power to be thinking here. Let's see that. Okay, this is coming here. All right, we're gonna have to wait for a little bit. We're gonna have to wait, but it's looking good. Buy side liquidity. Dollar index is coming into play. You see this area, like we've got this buy side liquidity and dollar index, and we've got all this area here. If we took that on a 15, let's see. All right, I need to see this before I go in. I need to see this. It's taken out this. I need to see this move. This is where I'll be happy. Happy to go in. So we've got our little setup. That correlates with this here. So if that's on a 1 hour, we have a mini fair value gap now that's getting tapped into. Fair value gap. See the reaction there. Nothing there. Next one is here. I really want to get in here. Will I get that entry is the question. Chris, are you out of session timing? Yes, I am planning for New York session. I don't trade just the kill zone. If I haven't had my, I read my kill zone. So I tune my brain to what's happening on the kill zone. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to be entering. Ideally it does, because that's the cleanest setups. But if the previous daily high hasn't been broken like we are now, today's are difficult trades, right? Because we haven't had a clear break of the previous daily high or the previous daily low. So we need to be able to manage a position for that occasion to happen. So what I'm thinking is, why am I willing to go in here is because I can manage worst case scenario. Let's see. This low here, that's a better 50 pip move to manage rather than this move here. 113 people in here. Right, let's get that like button going. We're stuck at 79. You wanted live trading. Here you are. Let's see. Okay, so it's breaking through that. Now we're waiting. That's the key thing with trading. You just have to be patient. You have to be patient. We've set up our parameters. Bearing in mind, this can, with the news and upcoming, this can easily go all the way here. So that's where repositioning, I have to be careful with repositioning. Let's do this. I'm gonna wait for another. This is looking interesting. We'll wait for this candle to close, and then if we haven't got a position in, I'm gonna have to go because I can hear my son in the background. You probably can hear him too. Let's go, dollar index. We're getting there. We're getting there. So space you can switch. I like to have the two on there. And I like switching between the two. That 1 hour fair value gap is perfect, 62 retracement and perfect spot to buy. All right, and as always, don't take any trading decisions on what you're hearing here. Let's see. Just need a little bit more of a push. It's lagging too much. I'm guessing that's from my side. I'll try and fix that, guys. Next time, I'm gonna get some advice from people who know what they're doing, and try and have a good setup. It might be that I'm doing too high of a quality. Mark out 4 hour fair value gap. Let's see what you're talking about. Yeah, that is a fair value gap. That's correct. That down there. And you got that big area here. So we have to be a bit, that's why we need to be patient, because if you get this wrong and you have a strong push to the upper side, this can go all the way up here. Have a retest of this to the highs. Let's see. It is there. It's just, do you see the difference though on the candles? Before we were looking at this and we were like, should I trade here? There's nothing happening here. Don't trade in this area here. You just be pushed around for like 10 pips. There's no point doing that. Whereas now we've had a delivery of 30, and if it gets in here, 40 pips. So that's a good move. There's going to be a reaction to it. Alex, you need a better PC or the internet is slow. I think definitely the second. It's a brand new MacBook, so it should be running on M1. Should be good quality on the laptop, but the internet I'm sure is not very good. And the life in Bali, live streaming. We'll see if we can get better internet. It's been fine for me. Maybe it's just Alex, not lagging here. 89 on the likes. Good job, guys. Thanks. Can we be greedy? Can we hit 100? Pretty hot now there in Bali, I believe. Greetings, Yanis. A fan from Jakarta, capital city. Maybe I'll come to Bali. Yeah, Denny, come and visit. Drop me a message on YouTube and we can hook up. Okay, so this is, now what I'm thinking is this going to deliver this fair value gap or we're going to lose this trade? But I'm not seeing anything that it would give me. The only thing that I can see is this, that sort of area here, that low taken out. But it's not giving me any clear indication to take this trade, a comfortable trade, because we don't want to chase the market. We want to see, I can very easily see this doing this. Coming back up to this area, and you'll be like, wow, how do you manage that? For me, it's quite normal for that to happen. Romania is too far away. I am greedy and lost from 5236 to 4. Let's see what Balalajka is talking about. 5236. 5236. 5236. You must be a swing trader. Oh, it must be a swing trader. Am I getting that right? So you were long at this area, and that stopped you out. You're saying? Don't be greedy, guys. Like anything, you want to be. Think of it like this: if someone is giving you an opportunity to buy something for really, really cheap, then you want that price. If, like we said earlier, we could have very easily. A lot of people were saying, I can't remember who was in here. They were saying, why are you not in that fair value gap? Because there hasn't been, that is not worth it, that 10 pip there. And the risk of this happening is too high. So we can see now it's pushing down. That's too high. We can't take that trade. Why do you not trade EU? I just trade pound dollar, works for me. But yeah, if something works, don't change it. Let's do settings. I'm definitely going to drop. I've just noticed that I'm streaming on 60 frames per second. So that's probably quite a lot for my internet. So I'm going to definitely drop that to 30. The quality will be a bit lower, but you will see me. You'll see it better. Alex is short 4831. 4831. Nice. I did not see a short there, so that's a good entry from you. I'm guessing the Asian taking out these highs and then shorting that. That's a nice delivery. Where did you get out? 4564. 4564 around the lows here. Nice, really nice, really nice. It's a nice trade. 30 pips. Shows not 6 per minute. Only kidding. Have we? Oh, 99 likes. Come on, we can do one more. We can definitely hit 100. We've been going for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I'm definitely going to close this. Let's do 8 more minutes. And now I've kind of told you what I'm doing, so you know what we're anticipating. Unfortunately, with these live streams, the only thing I can't do with these live streams is just jump and show you stuff, because I don't want to miss my trade. When I do the recordings, I can very easily go back and forth and show you exactly how it happened and show you in detail. Whereas this, between answering questions and trying to get paid. How you define swing? And since you're already doing live trade, could you please clarify how you define swing lows and highs? How do you verify them? Which time frames? Well, a swing high and a swing low is pretty much where the price is turned. A trader like Scruffy, he will look at lines. So a line will show you that. Whereas ICT, well, you just want to see, you can see the turn here, this area. This is what we're looking here. You can see how the price came up, stopped there, and came down. That's a swing high. Where's the next swing high? This one. Not by a lot, but that's another swing high. Next swing high, that one. And then you just go back. And that's on the 15-minute. So you start on the daily, get your idea like we did on the index. We started on the daily here. We're still waiting for that to be taken out for us to be interested in a trade. It looks like it's not going to happen after this close of the hour, probably a bit later. Or we might miss this trade and then we have to wait and potentially not have a trade today. And that's fine. If we don't find a nice setup that we're willing to manage, then that's okay. We're currently running on, let's see. Let's go on MT5. Go on history. We go on custom period from the 24th. 1,600, so not bad. Okay, I'm being called. So fortunately, I'm gonna have to close this stream. 115 likes from 118 watching. That's amazing, guys. Thank you so much. What we'll do is, let me go back to the charts. This is looking like it's pushing. There's definitely a trade coming up. Either before the news or after the news. We might have to wait. We just need a little bit more. This will be a valid sort of area for me to get involved. That doesn't mean that it's a valid area for you to be involved. I know how to manage my trade. Make sure you don't take any trades from what I'm saying, because you don't know how to manage like I do. Right, so let's see. One more minute and then we'll close this, bring this to a close. Is Winky there? The Gen version of Winky. Love the live stream. I hope you do more of it. Well, I hope the camera works, because if this works, it will be quite useful for me. It will be quite easy for me to do these and not do the videos, if you prefer these, because then I can do it whilst I'm trading. But the only danger is that you take trades that you can't manage and then you lose money. That's my only concern doing these things. But it looks like everyone was shorting, so I'm going against people. So that's a good thing. All right, so, and also we're going to see if this is recorded. I'll try and see if it's going to be recorded. Right, we're not going to see that trade now. So I hope you guys, let's switch onto this one. Hope you enjoyed it. We did a bit of price action. We're currently waiting for that trade. Write in the comments. All these comments are going to disappear. So make sure you drop a comment in after we stop the video if it's recorded. And hopefully we'll build this community and do more of this. So I'll catch you later.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been patted. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities that never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship. I'ma jack it like Letterman. Y'all but not let them in. They gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend. Not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element. Yeah, said you gon' pull up, then settle it. Yeah, I've been married to this hustle. This is my ring. Watch out, step in it. Yeah, and I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch out, touchdown. Pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed. The cut down is for us now. Have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my yeah. Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know